Hi there, I'm Joan Badger, and today we're going to be looking at something called My Content. My Content is part of the gallery, and if you remember, the gallery is over on the side, right underneath the Pages tab. It looks like a picture frame. And when we click there, we'll see that we have something called My Content at the top. My Content is a little bit different than the Gallery Essentials. The Gallery Essentials is where SMART has provided images, interactives, and notebook pages for us to use. Under My Content, this allows you to personalize your own gallery. So you will never be without the Gallery Essentials, but if you want to organize your own folders and have your own images, or even use some of the images from the Gallery Essentials, but just a couple of them and bring them over, it's just a more efficient way of doing it. It also helps you to save things so that you have them no matter which notebook file you're opening up. So I'm going to show you an example of what I've done. When you look at My Content, if you've never used it before, there's going to be nothing in there. And in order to start adding to the gallery, what I would do is click on this arrow and click on New Folder. When you make a folder, and I've made a lot, you can see here, you can start adding to those folders. You can also start to put folders within folders. So it's just like any kind of organizing system. So I'm going to show you an example of how I would do this. I'm going to, even though I already have a math folder, I'm going to make one up just so you can see. So I'm going to click on New Folder, and I'm just going to call this Base 10, because you can see over on my screen here that I've created a Base 10. Now, when I looked in the Gallery Essentials for the Base 10, I couldn't find this. And what I really wanted to be able to do was to have this Base 10 block with my 100 squares and then be able to ungroup it. So now with that new grouping feature on Notebook 11, when students come up and shake this, you'll see that they will have ungrouped this. And so now our 100 square is now broken up into 10. And likewise, the 10 can be broken down into ones. So I think that's a kind of a neat feature that I wanted in my own gallery. And so in order to do that, I'm just going to go all the way back to where it was before. And you can see under Base 10 it says 0 items. So all I need to do is to grab this and drag it. I'm not letting go. Drag it over until I see the plus sign under Base 10 and drop it. You'll notice that it says Pictures now, and now I've got that Base 10. You may want to rename this. And you can add as many things as you want. I have a lot of different things in My Content, and I've organized it into the different subject areas, but it's pretty quick and easy to do. So not only can you add your images and things like that to your own content, but you can actually add an entire page. So let's say, for example, we're looking at our pages here, and I want this whole page because I've set it up with the place value and expanded notation tiles. But I want this whole activity because I think I'll use it in more than just one lesson. I want to make sure that I have a folder specifically for that. So I'm just doing this to show you making folders again, but when I click on this, I'm just going to call this expanded notation. And you'll notice that when I click on it, it says 0 items. You want to make sure that you're on the folder that you intend to put your page or image on. Now I'm going to go back to our pages, and here's my page that I want to add. So I'm going to use this triangle, the down arrow, and I'm going to add the page to the gallery. Now you'll notice that under expanded notation, under My Content, I have that page. The other thing that you're going to want to know how to do is to save this. When you open up your notebook file on your computer or as you've logged in with your username, you will still have access to your content. But sometimes at the end of the year, when our technicians come in, they tell us to save everything off of our computer because they are going to be re-imaging it. Or you might want to share what you have in your content. I've had a lot of people ask me for some of the things that I've created. So this is how you could go ahead and share. You can choose whichever folder. I'm going to choose this large one. It's got all of my stuff in it. And I'm going to export as a collection file. I would save it as Jones Content. And I'm just going to put that on my desktop. So it's basically, you can see the wheel there, it's basically just saving it. It won't take very long to do, but we'll be able to see that on my desktop. And you can see it, this is what it looks like here. Then what happens is I can share that through a blog or a wiki, or I can save it so that the next time I'm to my computer, and when I double click on it, it will automatically install and you will see it up here. If you decide that you want my gallery content, you can go to sharingsmarterstrategies.blogspot.ca and you will see that all of my content is there, and you just have to double click, and under your content it'll then say Jones Content and you'll get all of my stuff that's there. Anytime that you don't want anything, so let's say I didn't want this one, I can now go in and delete it. So if you download somebody else's content and there's something on there that you don't want, just delete it and keep what you want. And that's about it. Have a great day.